In today's video, I'm going to be praying with the possibilities of former spring football teams could join the UFL in the next few years. Mike has already said he wants 16 teams by 2035. And also with the talk of bringing back the Michigan Panthers and also kind of moving the Birmingham Stallions somewhere. Expansion talks picked up again in the UFL community. So I've put a lot of teams in a tier list and ranked them to see what teams could join the league within the next few years. So let's get it started. So obviously we got the list here. The categories are already a part of the league, most likely, if cards are played right, UFL expansion, and no chance. Obviously we got the 8 UFL teams that are already part of the league in the tier list, even though I might have to move Birmingham a little because they're having a controversy right now. But anyway, let's get started. Speaking of Birmingham, the Birmingham Iron, no chance. If Mike can't find a stadium for the Stallions in Alabama, they're not going to bring back the Iron. Even though the Stallions are the fundamental what the UFL team should be, I really hope they find a stadium soon, because if they move this like Boise or Salt Lake, it's going to be really sad. But I'm kind of hopeful that the Stallions will stay in Alabama. New York Guardians, I'm going to say if cards are played right. There has been talks and kind of shown that the UFL headquarters might move to New York, which could give the possibility of them making a New York team. Mike has already said they want to make he wants a team maybe in the Queens area of New York, so that could be also a hint showing, alright, we might make a New York team and also span east. The Houston Rednecks, no. You already had a team in Houston called the Gamblers. You're not going to rebrand them back to the Houston Rednecks after changing them to the Gamblers again. Philadelphia Stars, I'm going to say if cards are played right. If Rapoli wants 16 teams by 2036 and 2035, I think the Stars would be a great area. I don't know if he put them in Philly, just because the Philly market's already a lot of crowded with the Eagles, the 76ers, especially with LeBron James there now, the Flyers, and also the Phillies. So I'm going to say if cards are played right, but I think you would have to move them to a different suburb or a different area in Pennsylvania. LA Wildcats. I'm going to go in just because if the UFL doesn't seem like they want to expand out west at the moment. But if they do expand out west, I do think they're going to play more teams. Like the Boise team that they've been talking about forever. The Seattle Sea Dragons want back. So yeah, I'm going to go with Vegas Vipers. I'm also going to go with just because Vegas Vipers were part of the XFL. And then also the Tampa Bay Vipers back. I love their social media admin. But I also think, again, just with the LA Wildcats, if they expand west, I think they're going to add more teams in other areas in Vegas, because Vegas is already crowded. Memphis Showboats. Again, another team that was kicked out 2 years ago, with being replaced, I don't know, Orlando. I think their assets got transferred to Orlando or Columbus. I'm going to go with if cards are played right. I know the attendance wasn't the greatest. I think it was the worst in the UFL previously. But the Memphis Showboats was a team in the USFL back in the 1980s and 90s. When that league was going. So I'm going to go with if cards are played right. Could they return to Memphis? Maybe. Memphis Express. Again, I would say no chance. Again, another AAF team. I don't think they would bring back... If they bring back if Rapoli wants to bring back a spring football team in Memphis, it's going to bring the Showboats. New Jersey Generals. I'm going to say if cards are played right. Just because... Actually, I'm actually going to upgrade the New York Guardians most likely. If the Jersey General, if they want to expand east, I still think there's other key areas that they want to go to. New York, Boston, or New England technically. There's other areas there's other markets that the UFL wants to go, and I don't think New Jersey is that place. But could they make it like, if they want to go to Queens, make the Queen Generals? The Jets. Now, granted, no one expected me to put an NFL team, but the Jets have sucked forever. So, could we see maybe in a hypothetic, crazy world where the NFL says, alright, Jets, you've sucked for 50 years at this point, having won Super Bowl. get out of here, and the UFL takes them. I'm gonna say no chance in hell. Even though this video is funny, there's no way the Jets are gonna be here. I'm actually gonna update the list now that I think about it. Add row above. Again, the Outlaws in 2020. Now, granted, it's not the team name that we think. It could be the Lightning. It could be another team, but this is just a placeholder for the OKC team. So 2020, Tampa Bay Lightning. Oh no, that's the OKC Lightning. Again, 2028. And that could be a team name with Lightning, Outlaws, whatever. Orlando Apollos. Again, another AAF team. No chance. They already got a team, Orlando Storm in them. They're fine. Keep that team. Don't change it. Orlando Guardians. Again, another Orlando team. Oh my gosh, how many Orlando teams has there been in spring football? If you bring back the Guardians, you're not going to put two Guardians teams, one in New York, one in Orlando. And I also think the Guardians kind of fit the New York area more. Pittsburgh Maulers. I'm going to go most likely, because Pittsburgh is building a new soccer facility in the Pittsburgh area with, I think it's 17K attendance. I'm not quite sure. Someone's got to double check me on that. But I think in like 2032, Pittsburgh Maulers could return. San Antonio Brahmas. I'm gonna say even though there's a lot of Brahmas fans who want that team back. I honestly don't see anything like they already got two Texas teams. Are you gonna put a third? Probably not. So I'm gonna say for now. Salt Lake Stallions. If you asked me this 2 weeks ago, I would have said no chance. If you're asking me this today, which I'm asking myself today, I'm gonna go most likely, just because of the Stallions situation that they're having in the city of Birmingham and also Alabama, where they can't find a stadium. I'm gonna say a possible move to Salt Lake for Birmingham is a possibility. I think that sucks for the league. I think it sucks for the fans, because it basically tells the fans, hey, we really you're moving the teams frequently. There's no consistency there with this league. So I'm going to say most likely. San Antonio Commanders. I don't think, if Marco Poli brings back a San Antonio team, it's going to be the Brahmas. San Diego Fleet. Even though they don't have the trademark, I'm going to go if cards are played right. Actually, I'm actually going to go UFL Expansion. Just if they move west and they want to put a team in San Diego since the Chargers left, I'm going to agree that it should be the Fleet. Now, will they probably do an expansion team like the San Diego whatever? Probably, because I don't think they own the trademark for the Fleet. But I think it'd be a nice touch to bring back a team that was a former spring football team and bring to the UFL. Sea Dragons. I'm going to say most likely. Sea Dragons are one of those teams, are the most I think, besides the Michigan Panthers, the most defunct spring football team known. If you ask someone, hey, name me some spring football teams. Battlehawks, DC Defenders, Sea Dragons. If UFL expands west, I'm guaranteed the Sea Dragons will be back. Michigan Panthers. I'm going to say most likely and put them at the top, because Mike Rapoli has tweeted yesterday calling for Michigan Panthers and UFL fans. If the, I think it's Audi Field. Is it Audi Field? Hold up, let me put the tweet out. Alright, let me get the tweet. My bad. If Aluminum Field gets built before 2028 or 2027 ends, I think he'll probably bring back the Michigan Panthers. So I'm going to say most likely. Tampa Bay Bandits. I'm going to go with This is only the case of if the Orlando market crashes and they want to move the Orlando team to Tampa Bay, which I think would be a horrible, because UFL clearly works in Orlando. I think if they market it right, they're going to get better attendance, but you're not going to put two Florida teams basically close to each other. New Orleans Breakers. I'm going to say most likely again. They have a new stadium coming, or they have a stadium, but they're actually making it better. I think it's upgrading it from 7K to 10K. Could they make it to 11K or 12K? I think if they up it to 12K in their new stadium, it's right now a baseball facility, but they're making it where you can play rectangular sports, so like soccer. So if they up it to like 10 or 12K, could Mike Rapoli see that and be like, okay, that's a perfect stadium for the UFL. Let's put the New England Breakers there. So that could possibly be the 10th team in 2028. Ladies and gentlemen, that is my entire list of what teams could be coming back, may join the UFL. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. This is a little fun idea that I had. With the talk of Birmingham kind of moving around, I want to see what teams could come back, could maybe join the UFL sooner. But yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. We got a lot of fun videos coming, our way. I'm working on a UFL Jeopardy video. If you guys, the fans, want to be a part of that video, let me know. Hit me up on Twitter, TikTok, wherever you find me. Make sure to subscribe, like, and comment. Ladies and gentlemen, call is the law. Bye-bye.